All right, live pictures coming in from the airport there in Tel Aviv as the U.S. President Joe Biden has just landed there. We are awaiting of his first pictures. Prime Minister Netanyahu there to welcome and to greet President Joe Biden. Of course, the current situation doesn't exactly accord for a welcoming times there. But even if we talk about the ground situation, as today, one of the deadliest strikes that have taken place, and that one a hospital in Gaza, which has claimed the lives of over 500 people. But Joe Biden's Middle East diplomatic drive seems to be getting off on a risky state right after his trip to Jordan that was cancelled following a strike on a Gaza hospital that killed hundreds of people, as he is now his trip will include to Israel, and he's there to show support after the 7th of October Hamas attack, pending of what means to be a regional balancing act. However, looking at the situation, multiple telephonic calls that have happened and the communication lines that were always open between the Prime Minister Netanyahu and US President Joe Biden, and he's trying to thread the needle between backing Israel with trying to avert a humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. And of course, those pictures that are now coming in as he too has equated. We have heard Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Hamas is worse than ISIS. He's compared them to the Nazis as well. And they have been saying that there is only two options left now for Hamas terrorists, either to die or to surrender. First pictures as we are awaiting now. Pradeep, Joe Biden landing there in Tel Aviv as Prime Minister Netanyahu is now waiting and his delegation to welcome him.
If in one line I have to describe President Joe Biden's visit to Israel, I can say it. This is like extending solidarity during wartime. And he has landed at the Tel Aviv airport, and he has been received by none other than Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. And right now I'm in a hotel. Let me ask my video journalist to pan towards. You can see there's a security. There are battery of the journalists from the Western media. They're also waiting for Joe Biden to come
coming in of Joe Biden, Pradeep. I'm just speaking over you just to describe those pictures that are now coming in as Joe Biden is being received by Benjamin Netanyahu. They shared a warm hug, and of course in these difficult times, as the kind of support and solidarity that has been showed by the United States of America standing with Israel, those pictures will explain themselves right now, Pradeep. Right now, as we are playing those pictures, as Joe Biden is being received by the Israeli delegation, including Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Yes, these pictures itself are self-explanatory. We have seen that Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America, he has landed at the Tel Aviv airport. He has been received by none other than Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. And as you rightly said, the both of them embraced each other. And this is like sending a message loud and clear that we stand with our ally Israel in these difficult times. And already we have seen that how kind of a military and the logistic support they have been providing. Wartime ships have already reached the Mediterranean Sea. Besides this, Pentagon has also ordered that many of those squadrons of F-16 and F-15 along with A-10 will also be deployed in certain areas to bolster the security of this region. What is important is that because at this stage, after this hospital attack, somewhere Joe Biden's diplomatic efforts seem to have got derailed. Reason being now it will be very difficult for Joe Biden to convince the Islamic world, especially the Arab world, that they should not be part of a war against Israel. And already we saw that there was this meeting that was to be held in Jordan. A summit was organized by the King of Jordan, but now that meeting has also been cancelled. So Joe Biden will not be flying to Jordan in this regard, because reason is that throughout we have seen that diplomatic efforts were made. One, if we look at the diplomatic effort during the last few years, America was trying to broker a deal between the Arab world and Israel. We had seen already Abrahamic Accord was signed as a part of which
Bahrain as well as those pictures on as far as US President Joe Biden, and he's being received by Prime Minister Netanyahu.